1917, America had entered the Great War. Across the ocean, Europe was burning, and men were being called to fight for freedom. Among them was a regiment from New York, the 369th Infantry. They were mostly African-American soldiers. Proud, determined, ready to serve a country that didn't always serve them back. When they marched through the streets of Harlem before deployment, crowds lined the sidewalks. Jazz bands played. Children waved flags. These men were more than soldiers. They were symbols of hope, strength, and dignity. But when they reached Europe, they weren't welcomed as equals. The US Army, still segregated, refused to let them fight alongside white American troops. So the 369th was assigned to the French Army, who gave them weapons, respect, and a chance to prove themselves, and prove themselves they did. For 191 days straight, the longest any American unit spent in combat, the Harlem Hellfighters fought without rest. Through gas, through mud, through relentless enemy fire, they never surrendered a foot of ground. They never lost a man to capture. Their courage became legend. Private Henry Johnson, armed with only a rifle and a knife, fought off a dozen German soldiers alone. He saved his comrade's life and stood his ground until reinforcements came. That night, he became a hero, though it would take nearly a century for his country to finally honor him. When the war ended, France celebrated them. The entire regiment received the Croix de Guerre, one of the nation's highest honors. But when they returned home to America, there were no parades, no grand welcome, just the same walls of racism they had left behind. Still, they held their heads high. They had proven that bravery knows no color, that loyalty, courage, and sacrifice live in the hearts of those willing to stand when others look away. The Harlem Hellfighters not only fought for victory abroad, they fought for respect at home. And in doing so, they helped shape a movement that would demand the freedom they had already earned on the battlefield. Their story reminds us that some heroes don't just fight wars, they fight for recognition, for dignity, and for the right to be remembered. The Harlem Hellfighters, warriors, musicians, heroes, their rhythm still echoes through history. If this story moved you, take a moment to follow, share, and help keep their legacy alive, because stories like this deserve to be heard.